Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking, and General Knowledge, etc. Today I am going to describe about suggestions to IBA and UFBU for merging a special pay with basic pay and revising pay and allowances under the 13th Bipartite Settlement and 10th Joint Note. Suggestions 1. Merge special pay with basic pay. One of the most significant reforms that may be considered is the merger of special pay into basic pay. Many employees have been receiving special pay for years as part of their regular monthly earnings. Since it has become a permanent component of remuneration, merging it with basic pay would simplify the salary structure and provide long-term benefits. It would also positively impact dearness allowance, house rent allowance, pension calculations, gratuity, leave encashment, and other retirement benefits that are linked to basic pay. Suggestions 2. Increase house rent allowance HRA. With rental costs increasing across urban, semi-urban, and even rural areas, the existing HRA structure may no longer adequately reflect actual housing expenses. A suitable revisions of HRA percentages based on city classifications would help employees manage rising accommodation costs and improve financial stability. Suggestion 3. Revise transport allowance. Daily commuting expenses have increased substantially due to rising fuel prices, public transport fares, and maintenance costs. Revising the transport allowance to reflect current economic conditions would provide meaningful support to employees who travel regularly for office duties and customer service. Suggestions 4. Improve special area and hardship allowances. Employees serving in remote, difficult, border, hilly, left-wing extremism, affected or challenging locations contribute significantly to banking inclusions. Revising hardship-related allowances would recognize their dedications and encourage experienced employees to serve in such locations. Suggestions 5. Increase learning and professional development support. The banking industry requires continuous upskilling in digital banking, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, compliance, risk management, and customer service. Enhanced reimbursement for professional certifications, training programs, and skill development would benefit both employees and banks by building a future-ready workforce. Suggestion 6. Strengthen family welfare benefits. Medical reimbursement, hospitalization support, health insurance coverage, and welfare-related allowances may be reviewed considering rising healthcare costs. Enhanced family welfare measures would improve employee morale and reduce financial stress during medical emergencies. Suggestion 7. Improve retirement benefits. Employees who dedicate decades of service should receive retirement benefits that adequately reflect their contributions. Strengthening pension-related calculations through a higher basic pay, along with reviewing gratuity limits and leave encashment calculations wherever applicable, would provide greater financial security after retirement. Suggestion 8. Introduce periodic allowance review mechanism. Instead of waiting for every wage settlement cycle, a mechanism may be introduced to review selected allowances periodically based on inflation, economic conditions, and changing work requirements. This would keep employee compensations more aligned with real-world costs. Suggestion 9. Recognize additional responsibilities. Employees handling multiple portfolios, digital initiatives, business development, compliance, recovery, financial inclusions, customer grievance redressal, and technology-driven operations often shoulder responsibilities beyond their original role. Appropriate responsibility-based allowances or incentives may be considered to recognize these additional contributions. Suggestions 10. Simplify salary structure. A simpler and more transparent salary structure with fewer fragmented components would make salary calculations easier to understand and administer. Rationalizing various allowances while protecting employee benefits would improve transparency for both employees and management. Conclusions. The 13th Bipartite Settlement and 10th Joint Note provide an opportunity to build a modern, equitable, and motivating compensation framework for the banking industry. Measures such as merging principal pay with basic pay, revising key allowances, strengthening welfare benefits, Improving retirement security and recognizing evolving responsibilities would enhance employees' satisfactions and while supporting higher productivity and better customer service. A balanced settlement that addresses both organizational sustainability and employee welfare would contribute positively to the future growth of the Indian banking sector. Disclaimer: the above suggestions represent constructive personal opinions intended to encourage positive discussions on the 13th bipartite settlement and the 10th joint note. They are shared solely for awareness and dialogue through a youth platform and should not be interpreted as official proposals, policy recommendations, or the views of the Indian Banks Association, the IBA, the United Forum of Bank Unions, ABU, any bank or any employees or officers organizations. The final decisions regarding wage revisions, pay structure, and allowances rest exclusively with the authorized negotiating parties. Thank you very much for your patience. Request to like, subscribe, and share.